Hello, welcome to the LC Foods Test Kitchen in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Glen Frederich, the owner of LC Foods and developer of these products. Today we're going to be showing you how to make low-carb pizza with the LC Pizza and Calzone mix. You can get all of our products at holdthecarbs.com. LC Pizza is 1 net carb for a 4 to 5 inch slice. This also 7 grams of fiber, 9 grams of protein, and for our European friends, 322 kilojoules of energy. So let's get started. I placed the contents of the LC Pizza and Calzone mix into this bowl, and I have added 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. Now this is the instant dry yeast, rapid rise yeast, or bread machine yeast. See, in my bowl, I'm putting the instant dry yeast into the flour and stirring. I'm now going to add to this 3/4 cups of water. I'm reserving 3 tablespoons for the future use here. I'm also going to add 4 1/2 teaspoons of EVOO, extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to take my dough scraper to help me get started of mixing this all together. This will save you from getting the dough covering your fingers. It's quite sticky at this point. The dough scraper will assist you. Okay, there. We have our dough. Next we're going to be kneading the dough. We can do this manually with a bread machine or with a food processor. Let me show you the manual technique. First, take a wet paper towel, place it on your counter, and put your cutting board over. This will secure the cutting board so that you can knead the dough manually. Take your dough, bring it onto the cutting board, and press it out, folding and turning the dough as you go, and begin to work the dough. Add a little more water if you need as you go. Now you can see at this point that the gluten in this dough is not yet formed. The way we see this is by pressing our finger through the dough, and we can see that our finger presses through. Now let me show you how to do the kneading of the dough using a food processor. Take your food processor and insert an S-blade attachment. Break your dough into a couple pieces, 2 or 3. Place your cover on and start processing your dough. You can see now that the dough is starting to get stretchy, and we're going to get a little more water into the dough, maybe another tablespoon. You have up to 3 tablespoons reserved for this. Let me start it again, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of water. Allow the dough to come together. You can see it comes right off the S-blade. It's not too wet. It is a little bit sticky. And as you work it, now we're going to check for the gluten. Still breaking. Okay, so we're going to continue to develop the gluten. Food processor. We don't want to over process because we don't want the dough to heat and then it becomes stringy and will not be usable. That should be enough. You can see now I can press my fingers through and it doesn't break. That is a developed gluten, and that's what you're looking for. So now we're going to rise the dough. We're looking for about an hour at 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius. We take our dough, line a bowl with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, like that. Place your dough ball into the bowl, cover with plastic, and place in an oven
That's 85 degrees or 30 degrees Celsius.
While we're waiting for the pizza dough to rise, let me show you a few examples of pans that you can use. This pan here is a solid pan. It also comes in a pan with holes and will not crisp the dough as well as you might like. There's also pizza stones, but you have to be careful with them because they get very hot and you have to handle them with care. My favorite is actually a pizza screen. This is what I cook our pizza in, and would like to show you how to make pizza using the pizza screen. Okay, let's see how our pizza dough is doing. It's been in the oven about an hour. You can see now that it has risen above the bowl, and we're going to take it over here to the cutting board, unwrap it, and take it out. So we'll stretch this all out, and we'll get our pizza screen and stretch it out onto the pizza screen. Like the tossed pizza, this is your opportunity to get it nice and tossed the way you like it. And we are stretched out and we're ready to put this in the oven. We're going to set our oven at 425 degrees and we're going to put it in for 2 or 3 minutes before we start to add toppings. That way it'll give the pizza crust a chance to set. Take your pizza out of the oven and now you can put on your toppings. And we'll place it back in the oven and finish it off for another 8 to 11 minutes. Here we are. Let's slice a slice. And there you are. Nice, pullable, breakable crust. Thank you for watching this instructional video on how to make low-carb pizza using LC Foods low-carb pizza crust and calzone mix. You can get this product at holdthecarbs.com. Remember to check out our other instructional videos on YouTube.